Hi, I thought I would do this video on something a little bit different. I guess it can be a conversation you can have, but it was interesting. It says that people are blurring their houses on Google Maps. So Maps is this way, or you can spell it. But if you want to talk about a map, so Google Maps, you can blur your own house. And I have seen that if I am looking for, an address, or where is that, or what building is that, or whatever, or what house, what it looks like. So when I drive there, I can see the house. So, and I've noticed that some are blurred. And I thought, well, how do they do that, or why is that done? And I thought it was like something special, and it kind of is. But there are some people that are saying they're doing that to prevent burglaries, to steal burglaries, so that people that are just kind of looking to see what kind of houses or what people have, anything that they have, possessions, which is something that they have, is a possession, something that they have that someone could steal. For example, what if you park your boat, in the driveway, or if they notice, a fancy car, or if they notice anything that would, kind of show them or signify that that you have money and something to steal. So you're just taking it, and you're just kind of, because you're grabbing it, right? Stealing it. And my index finger always goes across my arm, scrapes it. And so I thought, wow, how do they do that? So I thought that would be a conversation many people would want. It's like, well, I don't want people seeing, like, how that Google car, and it has the cameras, on top of their car, and they drive with it. And so if you have your car, or if your children, or if yourself, if you are out there, then it will show up. And so when people have it on street view, then they can see, oh, they have kids, and maybe they want to, kidnap the kids or something like that. So it's more of a safety precaution. So I was looking it up, how do you blur it on Google Maps? Well, you can't do it on your phone. You can't. So you have to go onto the website, or you can do www. I do the internet, or www. So you have to go to, or you can even actually spell web site. But sometimes that's a little bit harder, right? So you want to go to the internet, or you have to do it on your computer. You can't do it on your phone. So that's how you would say that. Oh, you can't do it on your phone. It has to be on the computer. And you go to their website. I have seen people do www. At first I'm going, what are you doing? But they're telling me they're the website. Okay. So on your computer, you go to the Google website, and you look up your own address. This is yourself, the person, and point at yourself. You can say me or yourself. So yourself, you, all those different ways that you can convey that. And there is some, hang on a second, I looked it up. I don't want to tell you wrong. Oh, in the top left-hand corner, they said there's a drop-down menu. See, I do menu. I do a drop-down menu. If it says drop-down, because you can say on the menu, because it's a list of things, right? But the drop-down menu. So you have to click on the drop-down menu. And then when you drop it down, did I say first that you have to go, when you go to your own address and you put on their street view, and then at the top left-hand corner at the drop-down menu, then you say, there's an option where it says report a problem. This is to respond or to answer. And sometimes if I want a specific word like report, I will use my R's, initials. I remember I had a boss that she had deaf parents, and she didn't like a lot of this initialization. She knew sometimes it was important, but she didn't really like to use it. And I remember one time she said, me and another coworker are the initialized queens. But anyway, but sometimes you want that specific word and you want to see it, or you want them to know about it. So even though this is to respond or to answer, I want to report a problem, because you would say that's how you would sign it, right? But if I want something specific, I want it with an R. So you report a problem, and then it says then it pops up as a questionnaire. Now remember, we did question, and then we did test, questionnaire, because question, right? And for quiz, I just do QUIZ. That was an addendum. Anyway, so it says that it gives you a questionnaire, and it tells you to identify where and why you want that street view blurred. And then you type it in, you submit it. This is to send, to submit, and then Google, then they'll respond or answer, right? So report, respond, answer. Notice I didn't use that for respond, because then you would go, well, you just did that for report. So I did, so they'll respond, they'll answer. So they'll respond with any additional information. And I thought that was just so fascinating that you could do that for your own house. I didn't know, I thought you had to write Google, and I guess you're doing that, but you have the map pulled up, and then you type in your address, then you go to street view and you see your house, and then on the top left hand corner of your screen up there, there'll be a drop down menu, and then you look for report a problem, and then it pops up with a questionnaire, and they're going to ask you where and why that you want that street view blurred, and then they'll send it in. And I know some people are very protective, and I kind of interchange them, and it may not be always grammatically correct, but I will interchange this, because you're protecting, right? You're guarding against. It's the same concept. So safeguarding their children, because there's so many people that want to just take your children. How many times do we have an Amber Alert? And the reason I spelled it instead of trying to use the color, which is a yellowish, is because that was the little girl's name. And you could do like Blue Alert, Silver Alert, the colors. Even though Amber is a color, that was her name, so it's a proper noun. And then and I have not seen a sign name for that, so I would still spell out Amber Alert. So how many times do you see that? And people kidnapping children, and it could be their parents or just some stranger. You just don't know. And then you don't want people to go, oh, that house, they have children, and then they do some, some porn, whatever. You don't want that either. Or your things, taken. You can say taken. This is to take advantage of an opportunity. You don't want someone taking your stuff. You don't want someone stealing your stuff. So those are the kind of signs that you want to use for that. This is to kind of take up an opportunity. I'm going to capture that opportunity. And thieves, so theft person, they are opportunists. But you don't want them to grab your things. And I noticed that my brother-in-law, before he had his boat in the front in his driveway, and now it's not there. He parks it around back. Or I said behind, or I can put it in the backyard. I'm not sure where he puts it, but I know it's not in the front. So I don't think it's in the garage, but I think maybe that he went around to the back and parked it there. So anyway, think about these different little, that's just information that you can do yourself or try it. But also it's a conversation that people will have. We had a woman that just kind of walked by and just took stuff. And, in our driveway. So anyway, you never know. But if you have something that's expensive or you're trying to guard against and protect, then you would want to maybe do that. And so that is a conversation you can have. Or you say, I heard that, or I read that, or I saw that. And deaf people are not offended if you say, I heard that. Because they may say that too. Just like a blind person, I know some of them will say, I see, or whatever. Or I saw that. And it's really maybe like the news was read to them. So anyway, so we still use those phrases. And so that's okay. So anyway, it's kind of a short video, but you've had some kind of long ones a little bit. But anyway, I know sometimes I go a little fast on the signs, and I try to do that. And English is my primary language. And so sometimes, something suffers. If I concentrate on the signs, then my English suffers. And if I concentrate on the English, then my signing suffers. So I think that's really why I like interpreting, because I only do one thing at a time. If I'm hearing someone, I'm signing, and so I'm concentrating on the signing 100%. If I am speaking, then I'm watching the sign language 100%. Notice with our money that see, you use that in everyday life. So anyway, look back at the other videos and see the different signs, and the conversations, of course, started after we did all the hand shapes, letters and numbers and everything. And so that took a long time, but now we have everything that we need to be able to communicate clearly and in depth. So anyway, have fun, and I will see you later. Bye.